Hi everybody, just putting together a little file character that's been built in Illustrator and brought into Photoshop, and I just want to look at bringing in layers. So let's go and have a look at the Photoshop file. So I just open that up. Here we have a Photoshop file, and here it is in nice 3 simple layers, and that's exactly what I want to do. Now what you can also do with Illustrator is you can actually now copy and paste it straight in. This previous way brings it in a slightly different format, which I still like very much. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to come back here and I'm just going to go to my Illustrator file. And here's my Illustrator file, and as you can see, here's my layers put together. Now I've split my layers apart here because that's what I wanted to do. So at any stage, if you wanted to move anything, if it's all done on one layer, just make up another layer to bring it in. For example, I might put a layer here and I just want to put this one as here, and I'll just return that, and I click on the here, and then I can just bring that to the top, and there it is. The hair's on its own layer, and I can turn that off. But just to keep this nice and simple, as what I was talking about, I just want to keep it just with the 3 layers. So now here's a couple of ways to do it. Now the first way is I just want to bring it in as just a copy and paste. So I'm just going to select it all, and in actual fact I can still keep this as a single layered file to do this as well. So it's edit, and I'm just going to go to copy, and I'm just going to bring up my Photoshop file, just coming through now, and Photoshop, come on up, and there it is. So I'm just going to turn these layers off just so we see what's happening here, and I'm going to bring this in as paste, edit paste, and just layers here, and I'm going to go OK. Now make sure none of the layers are locked as well, and here it is, it's brought it in. And of course I've got these turned off, but if I open this up, it's actually done a pretty good job. And as you see here, some of them smart objects or pars. In fact, pars are the way it's come through, so it makes it quite scalable. So this is great. You brought it in a nice, correct way, and by creating the different layers, it'll come in their own folders. So it's still better to create layers no matter what you're doing when you're putting this together. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete all of these ones, and I just want to bring it in another way as I did before. So I'll just group those ones, and it's gone and deleted. And let's see, I'm just going to start off with a new file to show how that comes in. So I'm just going to bring this in straight in. So how do I do that? Well, what I need to do is I need to go back to my Illustrator file. So let's go back to Illustrator here, and it's in the layers. So I'm going to go cut things. First, file, and I want to keep this for the web or for screen base. So change your document mode to RGB. If you want to go to print, then change it to CMYK, because it gives you the access to bring the layers in that version only. So something just to be aware of. I want RGB, so I've changed it to that. So that's great. So all I need to do is now go File, and I just go Export As. So with this Export As, I want to bring this in, certainly not as a PNG, but a Photoshop file. So I'll just go OK and go Export. It's going to replace that. That's fine. And whatever pixel you want, and of course you want to write to layers and an RGB. Yeah, I'm good to go. So I'm going to bring this in now, and anyway, it's going to not come in, but it's actually created the file down here. So if I open this up, and I'll just go update because it's updating it, and it's just brought in nice and cleanly, as you can see, which I quite like to work with in the previous way of working. But either way you want to work with it, if you have any problems bringing it in with copy and paste, and sometimes it does, you can revert back to this method, and you've got it exactly the layer that you want. Thanks for watching.